guys, TinaGale back, and today I have another process video. I'm going to do a single page layout using the Simple Story Summer Vibes. So I have the washi tape, the photo stickers, the 2 sticker sheets with the alpha, and some of the scraps of these 2 papers that I've already used. I pulled out some of the sheets from my 6x6 pad to see what I could cut up and use for embellishments. And then these are my 4 photos, and I've pulled out this American Craft chipboard title to hopefully pull in, and then this is going to be my background sheet. So let's get started and see where it takes us. For this layout, since I have 4x6 photos basically, there's only so many places that you can put them. But I like to do layouts like this, and I know I get a lot of questions about putting more than one photo on a layout because there's lots of examples for that, but how do you get more photos? And so first off, let me tell you, I had these 4 and I really didn't want to whittle them down. I have this one that's in the bottom left, and you'll see there's this big old white spot in the front of the photo. And really, it's not a great photo to scrap, but I wanted it there because it was the one that had the best expressions of after my son convinced my daughter to drink this. It has his evil little grin that he does, laughing because he got her, and her, you know, just choking up over what she had just drank. So I definitely did not want to take out any of these photos. So then I had to decide how was I going to put them on there. And like I said, there's only so many ways, and especially with 4 and you're keeping them pretty much full size, then they're going to have to go in a block like this. If you have 3, you could put them up and down on top of each other and different things. And I actually have another layout coming up with 3 photos that I'll show you how to work with more photos again. And so I decided, well, let me back up. You could put them on the 4 like I have it and do a grid design where everything's going across horizontally. That is something that's very pleasing, especially if you want to keep them the 4x6, then they're gonna go from side to side and you can build on top. I cut these down just a little bit because I wanted to have not just horizontal lines. I wanted to put this red and white striped paper along the left-hand side to break up the horizontal. Now, if you could do this exact same layout, even if you wanted to keep everything horizontal, because you could put that red and white stripe along the bottom or along the top, and I'm going to add all of these pop bottle caps alongside of that. So you could easily do this same design, just keep everything horizontal and pull that above or below the photos. So it's kind of your pick if you're wanting to copy this layout, or you know, you have multiple photos that you want to scrap on one page. Now, of course, I could have spread it out to 2 pages, but my Disney albums are getting really, really thick because there's just so much that I want to scrap with each trip. I know some people are really good about taking 3 photos from a day, and they're going to scrap and they're going to tell the story. I'm just not one of those people. I love my photos. They speak volumes to me. Now, of course, all of the journaling is just as important to me. I will have journaling on all of them, but I am really a photo lover. So I'm going to always have a lot of photos that I want to scrap. And like I said, on this one, there just really wasn't one that I wanted to take out of the equation. So I have decided to do the horizontal, and then I'm going to put this vertical strip with all of these pop caps. All of those came from the Simple Stories sticker sheet, and so I used nothing but the Simple Stories Summer Vibes collection for this entire layout. I know if you follow me, I usually mix a lot of different collections and pull in different things, but this one I did not, other than this adventure, this chipboard title piece, that is from a thicker sheet. That's not Simple Stories, you know, it's American Crafts, but that is the only thing on this layout that's not from the Summer Vibes collection. But it's just because I wanted a little bit more of a title, and I'm trying to use those up, and so that it worked really well. So up at the top where I'm sticking that sticker sheet, the base of that you saw me cutting out was just a piece off of one of the 6x6 pads, and it was already all of these cluster pieces. It had this bingo card, the little admit one ticket, some little washi strips, the pie chart, you know, all of that. So I knew when I saw that I wanted to cut it out and use it as an embellishment cluster, and this was the perfect spot because I could butt it up against that right hand side of the paper. So I started my grounding of that embellishment cluster with that. And then I took some extra stickers like this fan. I thought that was kind of perfect. I didn't really know where I would use the fan, but this is a place at Epcot that's called Club Cool, and they have flavors from around the world of these different sodas. And so I thought the fan kind of played off my title, Club Cool. And then I just stuck a word sticker on top. I put my title spelled out, Club Cool. And then on the bottom left, where I said I had this big old white spot across my photos, but I wasn't willing to give that photo up, I just decided to kind of build my embellishment cluster on top of that. And you still see a lot of that white, but to me, it's kind of the same as if I was putting inking or something on the back of the cardstock and then putting my cluster on top of it. It's really not detracting, hopefully, but yet I can still see their faces and get the true story behind my journaling and all of that. So like I said, I had this adventure that's from the American Crafts, one of the thicker title sheets. And then there was this pop bottle from the sticker sheet, and I took my Mickey head punch and just punched from one of the papers so that I could tuck it up in there. And then I have all of the washi tape stickers, and I'm going to go back and I find the green one that had the little circles, the little polka dots or whatever on them, and I kind of tucked it up underneath the title and underneath, well, both titles, the Club Cool and the Adventure. I just stuck a piece because I felt like it needed just a little bit more grounding, a little bit more color. And then you saw me with that little pinked circle that says 25 cents, and I was trying to fit it down into that bottom cluster, and then I moved to the top. I kind of went back and forth quite a bit with that. And then in the end, I really liked it just tucked up underneath that title on the Club Cool, and I did move it closer where it was underneath just to pull that title across, and that's just pulling those horizontal lines out even more. So hopefully, you know, it does what I wanted it to do. To me, I'm really happy with it. Then I had all these little word strips at the bottom, and I fussed around with those quite a bit too, trying to put them together, and I really didn't like it pull all the way down to the bottom of the page. I had actually four different stickers, 3 white and then the one that's kind of the reddish orange. And to have them all separate, it went out really long to the bottom of the page, and I didn't like that because I'm going to put my journaling down there. And so I ended up overlapping the two that says Good Times Right Now. So now it says Adventure, the fun never stops, Good Times Right Now, and then hashtag Good Vibes. So once I got that all kind of squished up together there underneath that cluster, I was really happy. And then I thought about going and getting some enamel dots and stuff to finish off. But then I got to remembering that on the last layout, I had pulled some of these little circle stickers from the sticker sheet. And I thought they would be really cute because of the pop and the fizz and just the idea behind the pictures and the layouts and stuff. So instead of using enamel dots, I used those and just put all the way up the side, kind of coming from that bottle. So there's little fizzes going up it. Then I did it down below where my journaling's going to go, and then off to the right and across the top with my title. And one reason that I chose that too over the enamel dots is I had a lot of different layers. All of these pop bottle tops were popped up on foam dots, so there's a lot of dimension there. With all of my clusters, I had several layers piled up, and so I really didn't need more dimension or anything. So these little circle stickers were perfect, and I ended up using all of the rest of them on that sticker sheet. I don't think I'll probably need them anymore, but so I ended up using those on 2 different layouts so far, and I really, really like them. And it just pulled in all the other colors all the way across. And then I had that scalloped border sticker that I also put across the bottom of all the photos just to help ground and to separate those photos. Since I didn't mat or do anything, I have that grounding on the bottom. And then since the title at the top, that pretty much bordered all of the top. So here are some still shots. I hope you enjoyed this layout on scrapbooking multiple photos. If you're not a subscriber already, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up and be sure to visit me over on my blog for any links to the products where you can purchase these, and find me on Facebook. And we will see you real soon. Bye.